Hello, global changemakers around the world. This is Morten Toft from Denmark. And where is Denmark? There. Next to Sweden, Norway, Finland, UK, and Germany. A small country, around 5.5 million people. And here from my little studio at FO Aarhus, I would like to present some, what I believe, very important information about life and goals, and also a little bit around what can destroy our goals. I can say that English is not my first language, so I will probably make mistakes in my English. Now you know. And let me tell you a little bit about myself before I start. I am 57 years old, so I have a lot of experience, success stories and failure. I am a father to two children. Amanda, 16 years old, and Matthias, 18 years old. So I know a little bit about young people also as a father. I'm a coach for companies and individuals. I do lectures in Denmark, but also in UK, abroad in America, where they would like to hear me. I'm an author to a couple of books, and you are probably sitting with one of them, or you can download it for free after this webinar, called To Be Perfectly Honest. And things from that book I will share today. That will be today's focus. I have a lot of things I would like to share, but today I will most of the time focus on the proactive model. I am a time machine navigator, and that is a person that can bring people to the past and to the future and explore the now, and get the best resources from those destinations. And I love to start projects, especially for young people. I have started in Denmark many years ago, Danish Hospital Clowns, and I have been part of a huge project in UK called the Butterfly Project with 10,000 young people. And very soon, in 2020, I will be part of a project with a new novel, young people's novel, and more about in the end of this show, because I would like you to be a test reader if you like, and I will send you the new novel. That was a little bit about me. You see, I like to challenge people and organizations. And the first thing then I would like to do is to challenge you in this webinar, because what do you want to get out of this webinar? And what are you willing to do to actually achieve those results that you decide in this webinar? Because I want you to decide some new things and raise the bar. Go for the wild dreams also. And the first thing is, how much can you make happen in 3 months? That's one of the things I would like to focus on also in this webinar, that we talk about the future, we talk about big goals, but in the end, I would like you to focus on the first 3 months. And create some small success stories that will bring you to your bigger goals. That's part of the secret. Let me expand a little bit about that. We as human beings are all a creative vibration. Yeah, we are creative vibrations, all of us. And what is creating that vibration that we are? One of the first things is our senses that will bring up thoughts. And those thoughts can be positive or negative. And that creates our feelings. And our feelings and our thoughts are creating the vibration, the energy level you have in your body and surround you. You cannot see those vibrations, but you can feel it. And people can also kind of sense it, use their intuitions and all that stuff. And the vibration is good or bad. It's high or low. It's negative or positive. Out of that, you create your behavior. And from that behavior, your actions will be following. And that's actually what creates your results. So if you don't like the results, you have to look at your thoughts, your feelings, the vibrations that you have, and the behavior and your actions to create new results. And that's part of today also. Can we create some new thoughts, feelings, vibrations, behavior, and actions that would raise the bar? I would like to ask you, where is the past? Where's the past? The past doesn't exist anymore. Only one place, and that is in our consciousness, in our mind, in our body, in our feelings. And we can have two kinds of past things in our memories and in our subconsciousness. We can have good things that we remember and we smile and we say, wow, that was a wonderful thing. And I remember that as a very good thing, good feelings coming up in your body, and you smile. And you can think about things in the past that you're not happy about. Let's call it failure. But one more thing, I don't believe in failure. I believe in potential learning opportunities. That sounds a lot better than failure. And that's the point also around this. We can go down and be a victim, or we can be a warrior that learns from our failure and bring it into the now and into the future as fuel that will help us instead of being a victim. My next question, where is the future? Where is the future? The future doesn't exist. It's coming. It's in our fantasy. It's in our dreams. It's in our thoughts about something that either we look forward to, we dream about, and we have a smile and we say, wow, I would like that to happen. Or we have some clear goals we would like to see happen. Or we look into the future and say, oh, I don't hope, I think bad things are going to happen, and blah, blah, blah. Again, kind of victim mindset. That can become probably a self-fulfilling prophecy. So be very much aware about your thoughts, about the past and about the future. And then the now is the only thing that actually exists. And from there, we create our daily actions. We create the future by acting in the now. And that's very important to know and recognize that the quality from the actions in the now and the awareness that we bring in, the focus we bring into those actions, create the future and the results. So it's also important to be in the now. I have been wondering many things about the human mind and what is Morten, and how can I increase my potential, and many other things. And I share that in my books and also in this lecture. And there are things here that I would like to share that you and I, we have to be very much aware about also. And that's 4 important things that separate people from animals. The first thing is that you and I, as human beings, are able to use our fantasy, our imagination, and create things. We can decide to open up and to actually use our fantasy and imagination to create dreams, to create goals, to create products, to create everything. Everything is created twice. First in our imagination, and then in reality. Very good to know. And again, be very much aware about your thoughts. The second thing, we as human beings have the opportunity to decide, and I say decide, where we want to bring our focus. There's a lot of opportunities. There are a lot of things that we can focus on, and we as human beings can decide, I want to focus on that. I want to focus on that goal and really bring it my full attention. Animals, they don't do that. Third thing, our emotions can guide us. We have a guiding system inside us that tells us if we are in the right direction or wrong direction. If the things we are thinking and doing are good for us or bad for us. The emotions will guide us if we listen to the feelings. And also be aware that sometimes fear can come in and be a guide, but it could also be one that we need to look into and say we have to look at that fear and do it anyway. The last thing is action based on inspiration. We as human beings can again decide that I want to bring action into this special things that I am focusing on right now. So in our mind, we can say, I'm inspired about this. I want this to happen. I want this to happen. So I bring focus and action into that moment, into that thought, into that idea. And that you could call inspired action. So be very much aware about those things, because that's what makes you unique as a human being. One more thing I want to clarify is that up there in the sky, far up, you have your dreams. And those dreams, they are not that clear, but it's a wonderful dream. You want to save the earth, or you want to do something for the animals, or you want to, there are many things we can dream about, but it's not that clear. Then we make the dream into a wish. Still, it's not clear. And from a wish, we can make mega goals. And we will come to that very soon in the proactive model. Mega goals, something that when we think about that goal, when we feel that goal, when we experience that to become a reality, we say, wow, that's a fantastic big goal. It's going to be difficult, but I can do it, or we can do it. From that, you make goals. Goals that are clear, have a timeline, you know more specific what you want to do. And it's very, very important that you come to that place where your goals are clear. Get some coaching, get some people to help you if you are not clear. That's always a good idea. I also use a couple of people to support me. From that, when you are clear about that, you can decide every day some daily actions that can support your goals. You can also have a plan. Yes, that is good. Other people have other ideas about don't have too much plans, but have the idea that you use your intuition and every day ask yourself, what can I do today that can bring me closer to my goals? You need to focus. You need to have a daily focus on your actions, a daily focus on what will bring you forward. And that needs persistent. And it's a quality, or it's something that you have to bring up in yourself and force yourself to be persistent. Because as you probably know already now, it takes time. Some goals have a long, some have a shorter timeline to become a reality. And for my part, support is very important. And I know that from projects around the world, that people that succeed have good support from people that believe and have the possibility of support them, empower people to be aware about people around you. Are they dream tramplers or will they support you? That's very important. Have people around you that would support you. And if you don't have that, find some. Find some people that can support you in your family or in your neighborhood or a network or just find some. The last thing I will bring attention to before we start looking into the proactive planning is our subconscious mind. So I will not make the webinar about the subconscious mind because we can have a webinar about that, and it's actually very, very important to look at the subconscious mind because, as I say here, the subconscious mind remembers everything and controls everything. Okay, it controls a lot. So in our subconscious mind, we can have a friend or something that can destroy our dreams and goals. Simply because the subconscious mind can bring up ideas like you're not worth it, you're not good enough, just as an example. Or in my situation, fear of losing. From my childhood, I have experienced different things, and that have created fear of losing. So I have to work a lot around creating new ideas in my subconscious mind that will support me instead of destroy me. So we can talk about that in another webinar. I hope that you have notebook or have a piece of paper or you have opened your book to be perfectly honest, because what I want to focus on here and now is the proactive plan. Not the whole thing, but some parts of the proactive plan I will focus on in this webinar. And you can decide if you want more information in another time. So let's go into proactive. A proactive person is a part of what I told you, a person that takes the best from the past and have ideas about the future that are attractive and living in the now and do daily actions in the now. And the proactive plan is a way of raise the bar and think out of the box and make bigger goals than you normally do. Before you create your goals, you look into two things. You look into what is my values. You could also say, what would I like to be recognized for? So values and what would you like to be recognized for? What would you like to be remembered for is part of what you're writing here. And that's like a star, something that you can reach for. Second, you can look into the parking sign. Its values, behaviors you want to park. Something you do, where you think, actions that you would like to let go of, that could, again, be destroying or sabotage your future. And you know already now, when you're sitting here watching this webinar, what would be very good for you to park, at least for the next 3 months, where we do this challenge. What can you park for the next 3 months that is very good for you and your goals? Write it down here. So for that, from that, you create your vision. And again, I have used a star here because it's far out and it's a kind of guiding star. So everything we do, and every time we have a goal, creating a mega goal or a goal, we can ask ourselves, will that goal support our vision in life? And if the answer is no, you have to make another goal. Because everything we do in life, if we are authentic and if we do our best, will support our vision and our life manners. So this is the first thing you have to do in your homework for the next 3 months, is to create that. Spend a day or two around that, or a couple of hours. When you have done that, and we go to page 88 to be perfectly honest, so please go there. And we have the mega goals. The book that you have right now is some years old, and therefore I can say that I have been more, I will not say wise, but there are things I'm more aware about, and that is that when we talk mega goals, you can see here I have written down in my, as examples, published new book in Danish. That's okay, but increase earnings or income by 25%. No, maybe it has to be 100%, or maybe it has to be that the year income is going to be the monthly income. Make it wild more. Don't make it 25%, because it's easy or it's not ambitious enough for me. So you really have to think about what is an ambitious goal for you. And very, very often when I'm together with individuals, leaders, or teams, companies, I bring them into a time machine. A time machine where they're traveling in the imagination out in the future and imagine that future. Instead of sitting, writing down the goals, they use my time machine as inspiration to create the big goals and actually feel the feelings around the big goals before they're actually a reality. That's fantastic. People are sitting with a big smile and have good feelings in the body simply by imagining that future. So you have to do that, and you have really to be sure that the goals are attractive. And when you have done that work, you can ask yourself, what do I need to achieve for the next 6 months for the 1 year goal to be a reality? And write down everything you can come up with around 6 months. And when you have done that, you go to the next one and you write down everything you need to focus on for the next 3 months to meet your 6 months goals. And the last one, in this example, what do you need to do from now and the next month? What do you need to focus on? What do you need to achieve? What do you need to bring action into for the next months, for the 3 months plan to be a reality? So in proactive planning, you go the other way around. You start out there from the start. You create your mega goals. You create you create goals and go back 6 months, 3 months, and down to the now. That's important. So you will be able to use my book and my chapters here around proactive planning to actually create the rest. Like also go into the past, look at your past success stories and find your success pattern. Everybody, me, you, and everyone have success patterns. Success doesn't happen by coincidence. Ooh, no, it doesn't happen by coincidence. It happens because you bring some thinking, you bring some actions, a kind of behavior, a way of cooperating with other people, a way of planning that creates your success. And you have to find your success pattern also. Again, that's what I do as a coach and a facilitator. And you can maybe work together with another person and you can ping pong around this, or you can find a good coach that can support you in this. Because it's important to know your success pattern. It's fuel, it's something that you can use to create your future, but also something you can create and use in the now. I go back. The future only exists in your imagination and exists now on a kind of plan. And that plan can change because things are happening. But you start to have a plan and you have a picture about what you want. And your daily actions is going to be the one that makes it a reality. I hope you will send me an email. Commit yourself to send an email to me. Please inform me about your goals and actions. That will also support you. Share it with somebody. And many people are afraid of sharing their goals simply because they already believe they will not succeed and they will feel failure, and then they will be a victim and blah, 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 blah. Share those goals, and if you don't reach them, take it as a learning opportunity and say, okay, I do it next time. Share it with some good people that will support you. That's a good plan. I also have some mega goals, and I would like to share a couple of them with you because together with an English woman called Rachel Roundsfield and young people from Europe and actually some young people from Global Changemakers, we have created a young people novel that also adults can read, and also a concept around it. And, you know, the title of the book, Changemaker. And we want that novel, the first of 3 books, to be published next year, 2020. That's a goal. And we wanted to go around the world and make a difference in young people's life, in communities, and also adults that knows a lot more about young people. And it's a fantastic story, I think, co-created with young people from Europe and from global changemakers around the world. And we have a big dream, though, that the story will become a movie one day in the near future. Maybe a movie series. Maybe also something that will go into where are the changemakers around the world. We have big dreams and goals around that. So, I need your help. I need your support for this goal to be a reality. So, If you would like to be a test reader of the newest version of Changemaker or Changemakers, then I would be very happy again to hear from you where you say, I would love to be a test reader. And I will send you the story so you can bring back your feedback and also a statement if you like. I'll be very, grateful for that and very happy. And you help a big dream, a big goal to be a reality. I made a bigger poster of my email address here, so you can see the address. And I hope that this little taster of a big subject, dreams and goals, and what can actually destroy it, that you like that taster and you will work, that you will commit to 3 months work and see how much I also can actually make happen in 3 months. It's amazing. Let's do something. Let's bring it out and make a big difference in the world, in our local community, around other people, and in our own life. So I think it's a fantastic journey. And I hope, again, that you will join that journey. You are probably already on that journey. So I'm pretty sure. Or you have not been able, if you're not, you have not seen this to the end. I'm sure about that. Thank you so much, Global Changemakers and others around the world for watching this webinar, and look forward to hear from you. Take care.